What's up, man? It's your boy 6ix9ine. If y'all rocking out with the channel, I want to ask y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know who y'all want to see next. The name I see the most in the comment section, that's who I'm going to reach out to and try to get on my channel. If you really want to support, check out the links in my description. You can follow me on all my social media at 6ix9ine shot on Visualz with a Z. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to the video y'all came to see. What's the word? Let the people know who we got on 6ix9ine shot on Visualz.
What's going on, man? 007.
Legit on his bitch.
J-Do right here.
Bro. So you know how y'all link up with the Trenchmob movement?
Shit. I was with my boys on Madison one day. You feel me? We was on my homie slot. And I seen this little fucker come in that bitch. Like, boys, this little monkey ass. I seen him. We was all just smoking, getting high. I seen a little motherfucker just. Hey y'all, you see I'm who the fuck is Shorty? Oh, that Shorty who be rapping and shit. And then ever since that day, low key, like we went downtown that day, and we just low key they bitch ass. You remember Shorty that they left us on the train? And we was just chopping it up, like we was on some like dolo shit going downtown.
Then we low key went to the studio at like 3 in the morning. We were supposed to get up with somebody at the studio. Then after that, we made a song like I think the first day I met him, we went to the studio, we made a song at like 3 in the morning and shit. Ever since then, we just
been locked in.
Fucking with each other.
Bro. So out of y'all group, who could you say been doing music the longest?
I don't know. I don't even know how long.
I've been doing music for like, seriously, I've been doing music for like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Probably same shit around like 2016, 2017, around like end of 2016.
So,
I really started actually rapping. Like,
yeah. Like, but you was doing it before, like just fucking around?
Fucking around, like on the laptop. I was recording like with the laptop, like no mic or nothing.
So who actually made the group Trenchmob?
It's funny actually. My homie who passed away. His name Sosa. You know, along with Johnny Dang. My boy. It wasn't even on no like rap group shit one time. It was just
hood shit or something.
You feel me? He was like, man, Shorty. It's some drama between you. Feel me? It's some like.
Yeah.
It's some history between it, but you know, one day my boy was just like, man, Shorty, we gonna take off with some shit called Trenchmob brothers. You feel me? That's decent Trenchmob, and like you feel me? We started rapping, and then we just put the shit out as Trenchmob. You feel me?
Yeah. So you know who was really Trenchmob? Cause I be looking on Instagram sometime, and I see that in a lot of people's names, and I be looking like, damn, all these people, you know, like is it?
So look, okay, so like the actual music. Like the music face is Trenchmob, you feel me? But we TMB, you know that's.
You said TMB?
The guys is TMB, you feel me? You gonna see a lot of the guys TMB this, TMB that, but the music aspect of it is Trenchmob, and it's really only 4 people in Trenchmob. It's me, my boy J-Do, my boy Spaz, who at the crib being a fat bitch right now, and then my boy Batman that's locked up. You feel me? We like the 4 faces of it, but we got homies around us that rap that really got that shit too. You feel me? But you can't have. We ain't trying to be no Wu-Tang, you feel me? Yeah. Not trying to have 20 motherfuckers in the group. But you know, we still gonna push they shit, you know, help them get to where they need to be, shit, the rap shit.
So you know, where exactly y'all from? Like y'all from Chicago originally?
Yeah.
So I'm originally from Madison and Pan, but I linked up with my homies that mutual homies that's on Madison and Mason. So it's like I really from Pan and Madison to Austin and Madison. Shit, it's like that whole hood is like all the guys. So it's shit. We all know mutual friends from different areas that's on that strip. You feel me? Like, so it's really.
I'm far from there. I'm originally from like the Belmont Craven areas.
You said where?
Belmont Craven area.
Oh yeah.
I lived there when I was a shorty with my grandma, all my brothers and sisters, and my peoples, and then we moved. My OG and my pops got a crib like 2 blocks outside the city, and I moved there, and then I moved to California when I was like 17. I got my crib.
Oh yeah. When you moved out here, you had your own crib at 17?
Yeah.
What you had going on that you know you had a crib at 17? That's lit. Come from Chicago.
Oh shit. Get into that dust, you feel me? And I ain't signed no deal, none of that.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
No major
that shit
deal,
hard.
that shit, you feel me? Did it all off money.
So you know, growing up in Chicago, like how was it? Like how would you say your upbringing was?
Shit. same. I ain't gonna say same, but like, you know, the regular that everybody always says, you know, it's fucked up, but I ain't really. I ain't started going outside really till, I ain't gonna say I was older, but till, I ain't really see the shit till I was like 15, 16. Like a lot of people, you know, even my homies now, like it's a lot younger, like 12, 13, 14, that's really seeing this shit now. But like, I ain't really get into no shit till I was like 16, 17, really. Like around that age. So I mean, growing up, it was cool, like shit. Yeah, for the most part, everybody was cool, like around when we was coming up, that's when really everything started unfolding, like shit.
When I really started though, shit was cracking, like shit gets real in life, you feel me? When I was like 15, my house got shot up. Yeah. And like I watched dudes shoot my crib. I'm like, niggas playing with guns and shit, like man. And that wasn't even in the city, you feel me? My OG's crib was like a block outside the city. And I got my crib shot up right there, you feel me? So that just yeah, that's.
When they did it, like, was they coming for you or just like somebody in your crib? Or?
Nah, well, the story of it, I'm not gonna sit here and tell the whole story about it, but it's funny. Basically, you feel me? Some shit happened and dude came back. I mean, it wasn't really for me. It was more for my homie. He not my homie now, but you feel me? He did some stupid shit that led my crib and stuff.
But that's like an eye opener because motherfucker wasn't really playing with guns before then, or?
Yeah, no, you feel me? Fighting and shit.
Yeah. So what would you say, like, as far as like y'all childhood, like what type of kids was y'all growing up? Like,
you said what type of what?
What type of kids were y'all?
Kid,
shit. I wasn't that bad though, but I was a hooper really. Like I ain't gonna say a hooper, but like I just loved to play sports, like all type of sports when I was younger. Yeah. Then like I said, when it was like 16, 17, when you kind of in the middle of high school and everybody's starting to do stupid shit, you kind of get tied up with the wrong shit, and that's when everything go bad. So like, as far as like till when I turned 16, everything was cool. Like I was just a dumbass, like just did dumb shit, but I ain't really get into no real trouble until I started getting older, and that's when real trouble came.
Shit, when I was real young, like when I was younger, like my whole life, I tell a motherfucker, like, you feel me? When I grow up, I'm gonna be in the military. I'm gonna, you know, my pops, he was in the Navy. So if you ask me what I wanted to be, for a fact, I'm gonna be in the Navy, up and down. And but then my parents had split when I was like 12, 13, and then when my pops left the house, you feel me, like shit didn't really go downhill, but like just a lot of shit just happened that wouldn't have happened if he was there. You feel me? Yeah. Like crib done got bricked up, crib done got shot up. You feel me? Just like a whole bunch of dumb shit. It wasn't like really no motherfucker to get on my ass in the house, you know? Yeah. So I was just doing stupid shit. Probably stressing my mom and shit.
So, you know, growing up, like, was there any influences y'all had on, like, as far as music?
Music?
Or, it only gotta be music, somebody that influenced you anyways. You probably look up to him, shit like that.
My homie Sosa really got me in that shit, man. Like, I remember my homie Sosa, my homie Manos, his brother and shit, and like we just we clicked up. We was seeing each other every day and shit. Like, and his brother, he told me that he raps and shit, and I was like, oh yeah. And then I remember he freestyled one day, and I was like, damn. I was like, you rock that shit, whatever. And then I was like, that was like my big brother. You feel me? Like, yeah. If you saw him, you saw me, and we was with each other every day. He just got me rapping. Well, I just took off that shit.
I just looked up to anybody that had money. Like, if they had, like, when I was younger, when I was a short, I just wanted to have everything that they had. You feel me? Like, yeah. I be seeing them with chains and nice cars, and I'm like, yeah, like whoever had it at the time, I was who I wanted to be like. Like growing up, probably it could go from hoopers to rappers to anybody. Like I said, anybody who was doing something big, I wanted to do that. So it's like shit like that. So
basically, like seeing shit like that, was it like motivation for you, especially like if you see like, somebody that came from what you came from? Yeah, like at first,
I ain't know before I started rapping, I ain't really know what I wanted to do. Like I said, like I love sports, but I was always too small to do that. Like couldn't play football, too small, basketball too short. So like I'll do that in my free time, but I was trying to find a way to get to what they doing. You know? Yeah. So it's like I started thinking of. You know what I mean? I love music. I tried, so I tried it, and I ended up loving this shit.
What was the one thing that like got you to actually make a song? Like, was it some situation that happened or?
Shit. I know shit when I was younger, like I said, I do shit playing around on the laptop, but like without no mic, just like rapping into the laptop, but that shit didn't sound right. But when I had met my homie Kimeli.
Oh yeah, shout out to him too.
Yeah, shout out my boy. He had made his first song and shit. He showed me it, and I was like, where'd you go to the studio? And then he told me, then he took me there. And then after I made my first song there, like that was the reason I wanted to make like some official shit. After I made that shit, just kind of fell in place right there.
I feel. What about your situation when it came to the music? Like, what got you actually? Well, you said your boy, right?
Yeah, my homie.
Oh yeah.
Shit, the first song I made, I did it in the crib, no motherfucking crib. They just had a mic. It was just like on some shit for fun, just to hear ourselves. You feel me?
So like y'all first, few songs. Like, how was the reaction? Did it take off right away, or was it like a build up to it?
Shit.
I
wasn't around at that time. But I was doing my own thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, first song I put out was with me and Sosa. You feel me? Me and Sosa like started off in this. That's really what Trenchmob started off to be. You feel me? It was me and my homie Sosa. First song we put out was a song called Take Off, and that shit did decent for like for the first song it was doing a few thousand, you feel me? Like I think like 10, 15 type shit. And then we dropped a few more videos and then went up, you feel me, like more and more.
Like, was y'all expecting that? Like dropping y'all first few songs?
With the views and shit?
Yeah.
No, we wasn't, no.
So like, what was the reaction like once you seen like, damn, my shit's shooting up? Like,
We was psyched. Shit, I always thought like, people be doing this shit for a few years, they should be at like 50K.
Yeah.
But like, our fourth video hit like $1 million in like 2 months.
damn, that's lit.
Yeah.
There's people that been doing that shit for years and they seeing that. So like, seeing that, did that change your outlook on life or like the way you think? Like, did you start moving different or was you like still moving the same?
I just knew that really showed me like you can do this shit, you feel me? Like this shit is not impossible. You feel me? I used to look at motherfuckers like, oh, you wanna be a rapper, you feel me? Like you ain't,
Yeah.
that's 1 in a million, like
Yeah.
you feel me? But we just did that shit on some like for fun type shit. And I just realized like, yo, this is
Shit real.
possible. You can do this shit for real.
It's crazy because I heard that a lot, that people say like music is like 1 in a million, but like just coming from Chicago, like I see a lot of people. It's like it don't seem the same over here for some reason. Like it's a lot of people that got that push that a lot of people never get. Like, what you think it is about Chicago that make people gravitate towards the city?
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I thought that Chicago was hard. Well, hold on. When you come to the city, it's like, it's so much hate, but at the same time, it's like, if you can win over the good shit, you feel me? Like, it's nothing but support. Like, once you get to that point, you know what I mean? Like, it's got so much hate in it that it's hard to get up there, but once you get up there, then it's gonna be like, it's easier to get support once you're really doing something in Chicago.
Yeah.
But when you first start, it's harder in Chicago, you know what I mean? Like,
Real.
Chicago supports Chicago once you're doing something, you know?
Yeah.
But not until then.
Yeah.
I think low key in Chicago too, it's diverse. Like a lot of niggas, they sounded different. You feel me? Like it was a lot of different sounds. You feel me? You had Dirk on some melody. Like he was going crazy on the melodies and shit. You feel me? Herb was going crazy on the hard. Like you feel me? Was going in hard, and then you had Sickle Mob down my west. You feel me?
Yeah.
Had the Fifis going up. You feel me? Like Young Pappy, like LA Capone, like they all, you feel me, had just
Different sounds.
crazy sounds, you feel me, that nobody heard before.
Yeah, it definitely is a lot of shit from different artists.
And that kicked it off, and then now you got even more, you feel me?
Yeah, you got
motherfuckers.
A whole new wave.
Polo G got his own sound, Cowboy got his own
Lil
sound,
Zay.
you feel me? Lil Zay going crazy. And they all don't, you feel me, they got their own.
Even the guys, Kibo and Kimili, they going crazy, but they own shit like nobody never heard that.
Yeah, that
type of
shit
you
that
feel
shit
me? Like,
different.
That's the thing about
Fuck
the
up
rap shit, bro. Niggas be trying to make it, but they be trying to sound like somebody.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's how low-key I was at first. Low-key, my favorite rapper was LA Capone. I remember when I was a short and I first started rapping, I used to try to rap like him. You feel me? Oh bro, I used to try to rap like him, but then I know it's like, nah, I just tried regular beats, like different sounds. You feel me? And I just came up with different shit, and I found like my melody. You feel me?
So what's some of y'all goals in music, like long term and short term?
Well, I'm just trying to get rich, bro. Even if it's not this music shit, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to get rich.
Shit. Goals. I ain't gonna lie. I want to go platinum sometime. That's a goal. Like, just to say you did. Like, that's something that not too many people do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, not too many people. I can say that. I don't know.
Oh, I'm too good. I just trying to pass.
I noticed you said like even if it ain't through rap that you just want to be rich. So like, would you say rap not really like your passion or?
It is my passion. It is my passion.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go follow this shit, but
if you get it another way, you with that too.
Yeah, I always got a backup plan.
Yeah. So is there any like sacrifices y'all made for this music?
I mean, for the music directly, I don't know. I mean,
Anything.
a lot of this shit a lot of stuff come with the music though, like that you sacrifice. But I don't think the music is like, you know what I mean? Like you're not sacrificing directly, like because of the music.
Yeah.
It's because of the other shit that comes with the music.
You know, you can sacrifice anything. Like say like if you didn't nobody know you and you could go anywhere, like now you're sacrificing that because now too many people know you or you can't go to the store or like.
Right now, yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's sad. That's I guess yeah to answer your question. But I mean like.
Nothing.
You can sacrifice like relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have one, you can sacrifice even like you said.
Okay. So you ain't had no sacrifices like as far as like lifestyle sacrifice, like oh, I can't do this no more or can't go here no more.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, because you can sacrifice. You can sacrifice anything like for this to go into it. Like you sacrifice your time to go to, like if you got money for something, but you go to the studio, you making that sacrifice. You instead of going to a party doing this, you go into the studio, spend that money, or spend on the video, like shit like that.
So
I moved away from my people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like you sacrificing for your
focus on the
family.
music and shit. You know, sometimes the more you stay in Chicago, you feel me, you get into some bullshit. You know.
Yeah. Speaking on that, like when you moved to Cali, like who all did you know out here?
Nobody. And I still don't know nobody. I just stay in my crib trying to stay out the way. You feel me? Me and my dog be in that bitch chilling and shit. My literal dog, I mean.
So how did that come about though? Like what made you say like Cali out of all places? You know, this far as fuck from us. Like
it's just nice, bro, and it's out the way. You feel me? The vibe is right, and it's a lot like networking. You feel me? It's a lot of people out here.
Yeah.
You know.
So when you came, like, what would you say, like, the differences you noticed from, like, the lifestyle from here and in Chicago?
It's a little it's a little grimy.
From what we see, you feel me? It don't be. Well, I ain't gonna say what I see.
I mean, it's not sweet everywhere you go though. You feel me? Everywhere got its places.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm not. The fuck I'm gonna do going to Compton?
Right, like I ain't been out enough to really say that.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't been around like.
The trenches type shit.
Yeah, like I ain't been in the trenches out here, so I can't really say.
Yeah. Then y'all got no reason why y'all can just pull up in it. Yeah.
That's what I think.
You asked
we
for
just
trouble.
came from. We just moved from there, so why we go back over there?
Yeah. So like, what about like as far as like the vibe? Like, is it more friendly when it comes to like networking and working with people, like people you don't know as far as strangers? Like,
I think it's. I don't know. I think it's the same kind of. I mean, I guess.
I haven't really met nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's no real big difference in. As far as like people, I think it's good people, it's bad people everywhere.
okay. What about like the street life? Like, is like the way they gangs operate different from like Chicago as far as structure and like what they believe in and how they move?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Cause y'all really.
I don't see things like that out here, but my I got a crep on me out here, and every time we spoke, he be telling me about the gang culture and stuff. From what I hear, it's more structured. In Chicago, it's just a whole bunch of shorty gangbanging, boy. I mean, except for the Hispanic gangs.
Yeah. Speaking on that, I had did an interview with King Ace, and I think I asked about y'all. He said something like y'all might do something in the future. But like on the Hispanic gang side, like what would you say the main differences is versus the rest of the city as far as like how Hispanics operate?
How they operate?
Yeah, cause you know, like
What you mean?
a lot of people like don't understand the difference, like, cause some people never been to like that part of the town where the Hispanics. You know, some people only grew up with blacks or only grew up with Mexicans. So like,
Bro, they both gang banging and killing each other just as much as. For me, it's just
They
like
just do it. They do different shit.
The only thing, bro, is that they look different and talk a little different. You feel me? That's the only difference.
so is there any truth to the y'all heard of like false flagging, like people riding around doing that?
False flag, what you mean,
Like somebody told me like,
like flagging people? You mean like riding around flagging people?
yeah, like say like if I'm a GD,
like fake, you hear me? Like,
say if I'm a GD and y'all GDs and I ride through y'all neighborhood, but I throw up Latin King, and then you throw it back up, and then I get on your ass. Like you ain't never.
Oh yeah.
I think that's some Mexican shit. I don't know.
No, that happened to TV. TV told me that happened when he was
Like I done heard a lot of people got shot at for that.
Motherfuckers come up like, oh, what up, woo-woo? Like, what up, woo-woo? Like,
You think it's
they
that?
be like, yeah, what up, woo-woo? And they be like, nah, what, like this, dude. Like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
But,
about. That's most in Hispanic shit.
Alright, but like where y'all from? Like, is that something that y'all get into, or is?
No, I don't know. Not from where I'm from.
Oh yeah.
It don't be
Motherfucker, bro, it is.
Everybody,
Slide.
I'd say for the most part, everybody, where I'm from, everybody know each other.
Yeah.
Like, you know who you went to with.
So is it more like, do the gang matter still, or is it more just like the people that you rock with?
I think there's more of like I don't know, it's more like a personal thing, like what they believe in really. Because, you know, there's some people that still believe in like violations, all that real gang culture. Like even, I know in jail, they still hold up certain standards and shit like that. But like, I mean, as far as like most people in the street that I know, that shit don't really matter. Like, you can have people that's GDs and foes and all different
Together,
gangs and BDs and kicking it with the same people, but it's really just where you from.
Oh yeah, I got a GD homie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out Snoop. Bitch ass.
Bro, I asked because like I was talking to this one Latin King, and I asked him like, so would you work with this or would you work with that, even if you don't know them? Nah, like it's over with. So I know some people like different. I ain't know if that's like as a whole culture.
Like, as far as working with them though, it's like that's like your personal opinion too.
Bro, I feel
Cause
like,
like
bro,
you could be like I'm on business, or you get me. You could like that's all up to you as an artist. What you?
Bro, I feel like we're not into it personally. You feel me? All them colors and all them signs and shit don't matter, bro. You trying to get some money, bro?
Bro, that's what's up. So who would y'all say like y'all top 5 artists that y'all listen to?
That I listen to.
Yeah.
Alright, you go ahead. Put your first.
Go ahead.
Nah, I got 10 books.
Shit, off the top of my head, I say that I listen to right now. Probably No Cap, Lil Baby, Roddy Rich, Young Boy, and the last spot. Probably Tech. I fuck with Tech.
Straight bitch.
You fuck with like that pain music?
That's right now though. I still fuck with other motherfuckers though. You get me? I fuck with.
I ain't know. I thought you was gonna do that when I knew you.
Nah, I ain't gonna forget my boy.
I'm not gonna do them like in order, like what?
Yeah.
But my top 5 is Tech, No Cap. Damn, bro. Damn.
It's too many. I ain't gonna lie. It's a
Lil
lot.
Baby.
It's a lot of hard. niggas
Tech,
out
No
right
Cap,
now.
Lil Baby. Fucking
This nigga can't think of 2 more people out of all these artists.
Polo G up there. He probably be up
Yeah,
there.
sure, he cold.
He cold. And my boy Sosa. Sosa Cornell.
So you know, speaking on artists and stuff like that, y'all got a relationship with the artist Pronto Spazzo, you said, right?
Yeah,
That's my boy.
Yeah. So,
big bro.
yeah. So how that come about? Like how y'all start rocking with each other?
I met him through my homie who passed away.
Sosa.
I've been knew him with same as like Chemo, I know I've been knew him since not before I started rapping, but before this music, I can say it like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. So like, are y'all like in the same areas or like?
for the most part, yeah. Like we all hang around the same areas. We're not all from the same spot.
You talking about like from doing that, man.
Yeah, to my like.
Man, it's all like 15 minutes away from each other.
So it's like, is that a neighborhood that you could pull up to and they could pull up to y'all shit? Like, do y'all?
Yeah, it's the same neighborhood. It's just different streets. It's a couple streets that like Madison and Mason is like 3 streets over from Madison Central, like 4th Street's over. So it's like it's all the same, like hood.
It's like from Austin,
Just like,
from Madison, from Austin.
Everybody cool, you feel me? Like anybody can go wherever, you feel me? Everybody cool with each other. Them all the guys.
I feel you. So how is it out west for people, you know, that's never been out west that probably been in the city that don't know about the out west?
Funny ass shit out west.
You say what?
You see some funny shit out west.
Yeah, like I was riding through that bitch and I seen some chickens and goats and shit. Like I don't know what they. What had in their yards?
It's not the same, but like as far as like the basic shit, it's Chicago. You know what I mean?
It's like it's really the slang.
No, I mean
It's like,
it get busted, like it get real.
yeah, that's what I seen.
It be a lot of shit going on. It's just as far as like the whole, as a whole, it's
you gonna get some weed easy.
yeah, it's anywhere.
Yeah.
You gonna go to the corner so you gonna hear a motherfucking sawbug.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a heavy drug area.
No, yeah, it's special shit. Each side of Chicago got like north, east, south, west. Everybody got their own little things, but I just meant like as far as like
The street.
just living as a whole, like it's out west, over east. It's all the same. It's Chicago.
Would you say like out west like more heavy on the drugs than other parts of the city as far as like selling them? And
I think out west more right now. I think out west more doing everything more right now. Like as of today, I mean.
so like
Seems like everybody down more out there. Everybody got a lot. Everybody get money out there from what I see. You hear me? So shit.
I don't be outside, but from what I heard, outside got some bogus weed and some bogus.
you said some bogus
Yeah,
weed.
I don't know nobody. I don't know none of the other
other.
east, south, or north, so I can't really speak.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. I just
So all y'all know is
we
what
be
y'all-
doing our thing. I don't know about them. Yeah.
So like do y'all still do shit like fifis and big parties like that? Oh, that shit over with now.
Nah,
You can't really-
I don't. We don't. You know, you might
You
have
can't really do that.
you might have a party, but it ain't gonna be outside.
Unless y'all in
I
the
know.
tour with everybody, you can't really do that.
See, that's why I mean to ask that, because a lot of people, when they think of out west, they think of just like fun and parties and fifis. Like they think, like I know like certain parts of out west you can't just party, but a lot of people think like, yeah. So like, what you think like changed? Was it like the music that fucked it up, or like?
Everybody started dying.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got into each other, so it's like that. A couple of years ago, I mean, you could do that type of stuff. Like, I mean, you could still do it today, but I wouldn't advise you to do it. But I mean, anybody could do whatever.
So like, since y'all started getting like, you know, recognized through the music, like have things been different for y'all in public? Like, do people come up to y'all and know who y'all are, try to take pictures and shit like that?
Yes. Yeah, I can say. More in Chicago though.
Yeah.
We be in Chicago, yeah, but not as far as like where I at.
What you say?
Huh? I was saying like, since you started getting recognition, like have people started noticing y'all public more, wanting pictures or just knowing who you are, shit like that?
Yeah. I be in Chicago a lot, but I don't really put myself out there to like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going where I usually go, but I'm not walking around anywhere and shit like this.
So coming out here, do you like it here more, or is it more like just a peace of mind thing?
I be missing Chicago when I don't know really nobody out here still, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not trying
It's
to
a peace
kick
of
it.
mind, though.
I ain't really trying to kick it like that. But, so I'm always be missing Chicago when I go over there. I see all my people, but then I be there too long and I be like, oh, no, I need to go. I need to get the fuck up out of this nigga too. I don't know something that.
So who on Chicago do y'all rock with, like on the music side?
Yeah, this bitch. Who you fuck with?
What you say?
Who you fuck with in Chicago? Music side, artists.
Oh, I got a lot.
Yeah.
Chicago only.
I'm not. FC Batman, Lil Fo,
There you go,
Pronto,
crazy.
Spaz Out, Key Millie, SBG Chemo, Cowboy, Polo G,
Polo.
Lil Zay,
Who else?
Sino, Lil Trav,
That's Sicko Mob.
Tasting something.
everybody
bro.
that's doing anything, bro.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Shit, all of them.
That's what's up.
It's a lot of Chicago artists going crazy.
A lot of the fans be asking me like to ask y'all about like Elvy the God, cause they be saying like, oh, do they rock with each other or do they know each other, shit like that. Like, what's y'all relationship like with Elvy?
I met bro like one time. I only had like one conversation with him. It was a long ass time, bro. me and Sosa was on the phone and we was gonna do a song or some shit, but shit. I don't know. I only met him like once, talked to him once.
Yeah, I don't even know him.
Oh, so y'all really don't know each other's?
Nah, whatever. Nah, I don't personally know him at all.
Yeah. So is that somebody who y'all would say like y'all fuck with their music or listen to it, or?
I mean,
Shit, he doing his shit.
I be seeing him doing his thing, but like I don't.
Him and Diamond be going fucking.
Oh, in the video?
Yeah, he going crazy. I be seeing him work, but I don't really.
It just ain't your.
I just don't.
Your
I don't
crowd,
know him like this. So I don't really listen to him.
So how would you say like the support from Chicago is like as a city when it comes to y'all pushing y'all music and sharing it and letting people know they fuck with y'all?
Like I had said earlier, if you doing something, they gonna support you. But if you not, then it's just not gonna get nowhere.
Yeah.
Until you show people that you're doing something, then that's when the support will come in.
It's crazy. It's like the support come when you don't need it. Like, I mean, you always need it, but it's like when you really need it, you don't got it. But once you start making something of yourself, it's like everybody believes in you and everybody focus you.
That's exactly
like,
how it is.
Yeah. So like, how do you handle that? Like knowing like, damn, when I needed this, you weren't around, but now it's like I always believed in you. Like, do you just laugh it off and smile, or you check them and let them know like, oh, you want to fuck with me?
Hey, and shout out my boy Smile. So I forgot my boy Smile.
Oh, yeah, shout out Smile.
Yeah, my boy going crazy. What you saying?
I was basically saying like, how would you handle like basically like fake love, like knowing the person they rock with you, but now they see potential and then they start acting like they been fucking with you. Like, do you let them know like, oh, I knew you wasn't fucking with me from the beginning, or you just accept it?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be around no motherfucker that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be faking unless it's benefiting me. You feel me? This chess. You feel me?
Yeah.
This chess. This
Exactly.
politics. The world. Shit.
I made a whole song about it because there be a lot of fake love.
Yeah. Speaking of being chess, like a lot of people say the music industry fake. So like, do that bother you, or you just finesse it for what it is, knowing like these relationships don't really be like real sometimes?
What about you? It bother you that the industry fake?
Man, I put my trust in my man.
So how y'all feel about that 6ix9ine situation where, you know, with him telling and shit like that?
His ass is a rat.
Like, was y'all surprised from it, or?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I knew he was gonna.
I knew something was gonna happen. I ain't know exactly what it was, but he was just too wild. Like, you hear me? Just too wild in a bad way. He did a lot of dumb shit.
I feel.
So it's something bound to happen.
Like, you know, before he was snitching, like, was y'all actually listening to his music and fucking with it?
Yeah, he was going crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, he got some shit with A Boogie that I fuck with. He was going crazy. And he got another song with Lil Baby, but I don't listen to his solo shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
so like, do you think he still got a chance at this music shit after he told coming back?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, but what I think he gonna get out, he gonna start acting the ass again, and then motherfuckers gonna love it. And
it's like hate it and love it at the same time.
I don't know, yeah, like
it's only a handful of like street motherfuckers that's really in the market. You feel me?
Yeah.
All the little white kids, you feel me? Just everybody, you feel me? Who's not that's really on some street shit. They not gonna give a fuck about none of that, bro.
I feel. So like, is that somebody that you could see yourself doing a song with when he come home? If he was to reach out to y'all?
Hell no. I don't want to be associated with the type of stuff. I'm not with that shit.
So you don't condone no snitching shit like that?
Nah, I mean, he doing what he want to do, but I don't want to be nowhere around him. I ain't doing no song, none of that shit.
I feel.
Shit, if he came with some dust though, like $1 million or some shit,
Cause that's your character though. Like,
I'm gonna give his ass a quick.
If you work with him, then you condoning that shit.
I'm gonna give his ass a quick 4 bars. Like, look, bro, you a snitch.
I'm like, but you can't do that shit. I could do that. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't do it for no $1 million, but be realistic though. Like, I would never do no song with somebody like that. Cause
not something you looking for, basically.
Right, it's making me look like I condone it, and I don't condone. I'm not.
So like, have any y'all ever been like told on by somebody? And y'all? Yeah.
I mean, I've never been caught doing something like
Yes, I was
by
gonna
the police. I mean, so motherfucker hasn't got the chance to like snitch on me for some. But I mean, like, on some play, like.
I mean, I ain't never get snitched on, but it been times before where people wouldn't take their own weight.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's like,
That just happened to me. I know how that be. That's basically dry snitching, cause depending on the situation.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't really, he ain't tell on me because
Yeah.
it wasn't nothing to tell on. But
So like if somebody that you love, that you had love for, end up being like informing or telling somebody, like how would you handle that situation?
Can't fuck with them no more. If they was like really my blood, I mean, even if, I mean,
Like the close, like say your closest homie.
Still, like, how you gonna do that?
it's definitely over. Like, ain't no more, none of that after that. But as far as
But would that be somebody like you bash and shit like that, or would you just cut them off and just fall back type shit?
Ain't no reason to talk about it.
Bro. So before we close out, is there anything else y'all want to say? Like any messages y'all want to give, shout outs, anything?
shit, I already shout out the guys.
Yeah.
So shout out all the guys,
Yeah.
Everybody supporting us, all the supporters. Everybody, I mean,
Shout out.
everybody that's rocking with us and even not rocking with us, that still help us in a way,
Yeah. So let people know who flew out to Cali and did the interview with y'all.
16 shot of Visualz.
16 in the clip.
Bro, keep doing y'all music shit. Y'all going crazy out here right now.